Well, we got a real looker here right now. Look at that overshooting top, blasting up right over top of this cell. Sorry, here comes the backhoe. There it is. This is bad news. My God.
Falling out right now.
Anything could happen. Get on! Wow. I'll watch the video later. They try mopping this. There goes my buddy Freddy. So at least, yeah, there was some flashes down by Clearwater. Looks like 6, 7, or 8 lightning shots so far on top of that mountain outside Clearwater. You know, the one that you see looking right over top town. It's like so super beautiful. You just want to go to it as soon as you're in Clearwater. You're like, look at that place. That looks like the most awesome place ever. It's only 2.6 degrees Celsius outside. It's not very warm. 54% humidity. Humidity's up right now, sure. And barometric pressure is down a little, 994. So that shows you something. This is what's out my window still. Same thing, same overshooting top. I'm just waiting. You can actually see in the distance there's a bit of the grapple coming down. Oops, a bit of the grapple squall coming down on us right there. Looks like on Burns Mountain, sort of more or less at the other end of Jack Clubs Lake. It might be too cold here for this to produce lightning. It might be. It's hard to say. But, you know, people tend to be surprised at the idea of thunder snow. Like, oh, because it's going to get, if, you know, that's grapple coming down. If there's lightning, it'll come with a flash of lightning. It'll come with that grapple hail. Sometimes it comes with snow. And people seem surprised by that. But all raindrops here in this part of the world generally start as a snowflake. They're up there floating around, coalescing, and then eventually melt on their way down and turn into a raindrop. Generally, it's cold enough up there that so every thunderstorm that you come across probably has snow in it. Yeah, you know, so it's just it's up there and you're down here. Well, when you're in the mountains here, you're up there too. So sometimes this warm air is coming in from the Caribou, more or less, coming in from Quesnel area, Williams Lake, more actually. Coming in here and hitting the cold air, and the combination of the two of them, it's kind of like, you know, here's our cold air on this side, and the warm air comes and just rides it up, rides in the mountain, gets this nice convection. We get these nice sort of hail shaft out there right now. I'll go back out in a minute. It's chilly out there. In fact, because of the moisture, the content in the air, it's actually chillier than 2.6 should feel. I've been out in the sun lots in -5 in this hoodie alone. All right, keep you apprised. Well, it more or less just went on to Barkerville Mountain. Blasting pretty good here. Some snow, hail. There's lightning to the north of us up near McBride in the mountains. I think it's just a little too cold here for that right now. Seems like quite a bit of lightning's happening down by Clearwater. Still moving just north of Vavenby, crossing Highway 5 at this hour. Of course, that'll be after the fact when a lot of you finally see this video. Yeah, nice. Let her blow. Oh, wow, it's snappy cold out. Big old snowflakes in behind this cell. Gusting out. A little bit of sun poking through and behind. The main bulk of it's off towards Barkerville Mountain there. So many of the storms do that. They kind of ride this ridge of mountains and don't come into town quite. If you're up on top of the hill, it looks like it's really hammering up there. As is often the case when you're... I can't wait to go back up on mountaintops soon again, as in, you know, a month or two. Wow. Beautiful stuff. And the thing is, there's more coming. So I'm not going to just edit this right away and throw it out there, because I think there's another round still in behind this we might still see yet today. Small chance it makes a flash of lightning. My hopes aren't high, but you never know. We've seen it before at this time of year. Look at it blowing over there. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, you love mountain life. It's gotta be hard to handle it up here. It's a lot of the year it's not nice. It's so bright out now. Just tiny little grapple, hail pellets in there. What do you think, Kenny? Should we go have a look? Nice overshooting top in that little cell that went out towards Barkerville. moving beyond it now. Here's that next line already, as you can see. And why I didn't just go and upload this, because it might be a few rounds of fun today. Beautiful afternoon here in Wells. So lucky I get to be in like one of the nicest places in the world to live. I mean, you got to be kind of hard to be here, sure, but I mean, this is my paradise. Where else do I want to be? I leave here just to go get groceries, and I'm unimpressed by having to stop at stoplights. All the little things everyone just does. And then the sun comes out, and it's so warm all of a sudden again. You know that, hey, this next squall will probably do squally things. But it reminds me, some of the things I'm trying to say in my video is just like, what is the meaning of life in general? Is it to try to accumulate as much wealth as you can? Work yourself to the bone so that you can be, get ahead of everybody else? Like, what is the meaning of life? I do like the pursuit of happiness, that idea. What does that mean? What is the pursuit of happiness? I'm trying to find it my own way here. What do you think? There he goes. Man, you can just feel the heat change. It got so warm all of a sudden. It's like unbelievably nice. My body's been craving warmth like this all winter. It won't last too long, but look how it's helping to create the very thing that'll make it not last very long. All that moisture is just cooking straight upwards. Of course, warm air rises, right? That's one of the basic principles you have to understand in order to understand weather. And to be a good weatherman, what you have to be good at is pattern recognition. Maybe that's one of my greatest strengths, someone was saying, is that, pattern recognition. The same thing that makes you good at predicting weather seems to have always made you good at predicting a lot of things or understanding a lot of things that are going on, or what the meaning of them is, or what direction they'll lead us to. Pattern recognition. One of the patterns you get is warm air rising, right? It's like that's a very key fundamental thing to the happenings of weather. The diurnal range of warmth, which is the warmth that the sun adds to the system every day. Here where we are. Right now we're at the highest point of that diurnal range. And middle of the afternoon, it's causing the air to rise. And that air to rise is moist. It's moving upwards. Not quite exploding, no. You can see how the air is rising right on the edge of this cloud here. Drafting upwards. Really gives you an idea. You can see on the edge of the sky here, curling up. You can see how this one's growing from within. Poof. Poof. The center of it. Here, the edge of this guy, you can see it drafting upwards. See this drafting upwards. That warm air just punching up because it's so much cooler ahead of us, above us. And that warm air, when it comes here, up it goes fast. That would be awesome if we had a lightning flash here today. I think it's a little too cold here when the storms arrive. They just don't seem to have it in them, I don't think. But it's not out of the question. We'll see. The day is young. Speaking of the meaning of life, here comes these two. Oh boy.
Dad, hi Kenny. Hi Dad.
Hey, how was film school today?
Good.
Aww.
I watched the whole thing in reverse.
Did you in reverse?
Yeah, it was really funny. It sounded like Russian, Japanese, Chinese, German, French, alien, and all together doing witchcraft.
Wow, that's quite
with the music. It sounded like doing a ritual.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Well, I guess that's all it's really going to do this afternoon. Some light snow right now, even though there's not much going on. That's Wells for today. So hit like, share, subscribe, and big warm up coming to BC. That's what I'll be talking about in my next forecast video for sure, everybody. For sure. Thanks for coming on by and keeping me in business here. It's just you showing up every day that is why I can keep doing this. So thanks, everyone. Thanks very much. Bye now.